Jonathan Majors is ready to make the hot tag. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? Like, he's been on the sidelines, and his partner's been over here doing stuff, and he's just like, hey, you're taking some backlash over there, Dr. Doom. Come in for the hot tag. I'm gonna jump in, I'm gonna deliver the offense, and then we're gonna get the pin together, right? Because Majors is like, yeah, you know what? I just admitted to that abuse, but hey, Disney, bring me back, please, because celebrities with money don't learn consequences. I am convinced that Hollywood brain rot with the amount of money some of these people make is a thing. It's 100% a thing. You forget the consequences of your actions. It's a thing. It has to be. In case you guys don't know, Jonathan Majors, who of course was set to play Kang the Conqueror, ended up rising in Hollywood quickly and rapidly, to the point where within less than 5 years, he was making $25 million a film and appearance. Like, think about that for a second. Some celebrities, Robert Downey Jr., decades to get to even a fraction of that. Chris Evans, not even that much. You know, Chris Hemsworth, definitely not that much. Majors was set to be, by many, he was the future of Hollywood. They were betting big on him. You know, all the articles from a couple years ago, actors that are going to make it big, the next biggest actor everybody's going to want, Marvel locked them in for relatively cheap for $25 million an appearance. You know, like, it's absolutely insane. And the reason I'm telling you this is because his time as Kang was tremendous. I'm not going to take that away from him. Tremendous actor. His role in the Creed film, good God, amazing, right? Lovecraft Country, my God, what a show and what a performance. The dude is so talented. His different versions of Kang, tremendous. Like, yeah, generational actor. But you can be a generational actor and still a terrible human being and do things wrong. And that's what happened with him. You guys know a couple years ago, we started to hear stories that, you know, Jonathan Majors is not really the person he thinks he is, or he projects himself as, or the person that people think he is. And largely there was a little buzz, but nothing. And then suddenly we started to hear about what was going on with him, with some of the people he went to school with. Film school, you know? And like, well, not film, like theater, right? Arts. And they were like, yeah, he's kind of a, no, he's not really a good person, but nobody would speak up. And then over 2 years ago, there's an incident where he is seen with his girlfriend at the time, Grace Jabari, and cameras catch him chasing her down the street, and she files a police report, and she's got visible damage on her, you know? And looking at him, he's like, well, I got a scratch on my neck. She hurt me. And everybody's like, yeah, but look at her. And then some audio came out about him freaking out and him accusing women around him. And once he's dating, they have to be like specific, iconic black females in history because he believes he's like the next big, you know, person of color that's going to make a change in the world. Completely unhinged stuff. And then they go to court and more things come out in relation to how he was behaving, even on the set of some Marvel projects. Some people were like, yeah, he was not a pleasure to work with. And most recently, you know, well, not most recently, I guess last year or a year and a half ago at this point, he was fired by Marvel Studios. They fired him from the Kang role. And just a couple days ago, I covered this, audio released that he admits to doing what he did. But there's interviews over and over the course of the last 2 years where he's like, I did nothing wrong. I don't think I did anything. What did I do wrong? And they're like, you laid your hands on her. And he's like, yeah, but that's, no, I didn't. That's not wrong. And then he admits it in the audio. And the latest follow-up interview is truly just Hollywood brain rot, where money has convinced them that they're invincible. And some actors doing what they do kind of are. Jack Nicholson. Go read up on what he did to a woman to study for a role. Study, I put that in quotation marks. absolutely disgusting, which is why nobody's hiring him anymore. But still, he gets tons of royalties, and people were hiring him. Even once they knew he did that, they were like, oh, but until it hit real public, they didn't care. Well, speaking with USA Today, and there's reports and Deadline shared this and everything, they talk about him and his future. And he just straight up goes, oh, I'm ready. Tag me in, coach. To Marvel Studios. He says he's ready to come back. He wants to play Kang the Conqueror. He says he loves Disney. They're behind him. And he's ready to jump back in as Kang the Conqueror and do his job. What? You just on audio admitted to doing the crime. Did you guys watch the recent video I made on Ryan Reynolds and Justin Baldoni? Where Ryan Reynolds is like, spent the better part of the last year denying that they were trying to ruin Justin's career. And that Nice Pool was not a shot at Baldoni. And finally he admits it. He's like, yeah, but it's no big deal. What? You ruined the man's career. What do you mean it's not a big deal? You got this dude out here going, well, you know, it's a woman. Whatever. It's cool, right? Hey, Marvel, hire me back. I'm just an abuser. It's cool. What? And what? This is the part that gets me. I look at some of the comments. I went to like the Deadline article to look at some of the comments they post on social media. And there's a decent amount of people defending him. There's people out there being like, yeah, bring him back as Kang. He deserves another shot. Now, it's funny because two of these people are a little bit more prominent in the nerd reporting scene. You go back in the history of what they were doing, they were glad when he was fired. One of them even stating he's just glad that the black guy is gone. And they were upset when Kang was cast as a black person. Funny how they shifted the moment that a woman won the case against them, right? I'm just pointing out interesting things I'm seeing. I'm not saying anything, but, you know. People are now defending him and being like, yeah, Marvel, hire him back. What is going on here, guys? Just what has fandom become, man? Thank you for checking out that video, and thank you for your continued support. Feel free to like, share, subscribe, do whatever you will, and if you're so inclined and would like some additional content from us, which includes unfiltered content and bonus discussions, we do offer exclusively in our member section. We hope to see you there. So thank you for watching, and have a good one.